And there's Andy's tent. He's got that. He's got her all plumbed in. Put some heat in there at the diesel heater. I don't think he'll need it tonight. Well, we're at camp. Chateau INDEEWOODS. There's a little diesel heater. We got her. We're gonna see how warm it gets inside. We got our vent open on the one side for now, but we're gonna open it up on the other side too. Let's go inside and see. I had the door open, so. Oh, it's. Yeah, we're not gonna be cold tonight. What's the temperature here? It says it's 14.7 degrees, about 15 degrees. Yeah, easily. Yeah, there's a fair amount of room in here. It gives off a bit of a smell, almost like a little bit of a smell from that hose, you know? Yeah, we got two full-size cots in here. And we got lots of space down the center. Still a little bit of room on the sides there that can push the cots over a bit. Lots of room. These are the lights I normally want in here. I've got some clear ones. I'm just using them in my little shed for now. But yeah, so she's blue in here. Okay, yeah, it's about, it said it was about 7 degrees outside, so that's pretty good. And I've just had this door open that whole time. So we're gonna shut it and come back later in a bit. Well, it's 17 degrees inside. We'll be nice and warm tonight. What's it outside? 5.8 Celsius. What's that in Fahrenheit? 42.4 outside and 62.6 inside. It's nice and it'll be nice and warm in our sleeping bags. We hung our food outside. We heard that crazy freaking beast of a sound last night. If you could have heard that sound, it sounded like a demon is what it sounded like. It sounded like a monster roaring, didn't it? Like seriously, not a word of a lie. Yeah. It was this echoey, just kind of like a growl / scream all in one shot, and it kept doing it over and over and over. And then finally I went and woke Andy up, and he kind of heard it too, but I was like, shut this diesel heater off so we can hear it. And then it was doing it as it was kind of going away from us. So I think whatever it was kind of walked up. It must have been a grizz. Anyways, nighty night, sweet dreams. Well, it's almost 7 a.m. folks, and we're up. The tent heater went out, and Andy went and looked. Had an error code, and it's out of fuel, which is really surprising because I hardly used any last night. Now it's 17 degrees in here, almost 18 Celsius, and dropping fast. But anyways, Andy's gonna put some fuel in it. Sounds like there's a duck out there. Okay, I'm going back to bed. Is 4.1. Oh, anyway. Well, Andy's got to prime it. It was out of diesel fuel. I don't think he had it full because it bounces around, and he had it inside the cab of the side-by-side because that Terex doesn't have much of a box in the back, and he's got a box already in there in his tailgate. So what happened was he only had it filled up, I think half or something before he went to bed. Anyways, he's got to prime the fuel pump because it ran out of diesel fuel, so he's going to prime it, and we got a bit of diesel smell in here, so he put the vent outside, and yeah, he's going to get it going. I'm going to stay here in my little cocoon, stay warm, but it's gotten pretty darn cold in here. It's almost there's no wind in here, obviously. It is pretty windy outside. That's the awesome thing about these tents. You can tell it's been windy out, and you don't feel it in here. The sides don't move. It's super quiet. But yeah, when that heat goes out, it loses it right away. Even if they had like an insulated top, it might even help these things. Or I could just get an insulated shack. Okay, you can hear it kind of ramping up there now. Okay, I'm gonna go back to bed. This thing's gonna be going right away. Well, Andy said he didn't even have to touch it. It just primed itself, and it's going now. You can hear it ramping up. We're running low on diesel fuel, so I told Andy maybe we should stick some 5W40 diesel in there and just mix it with the remaining diesel fuel, but he's not sure. He's worried about the injector. But I did see some YouTube videos where guys are running waste motor oil in these things and having no problems, so we'll see. We might have to add engine oil if Andy wants to take the risk there with the injector. We'll have to read up on it. Well, it sure works good for drying off boots, these little heaters. We took the end right off, and now it's really kicking out heat. Took that piece off. Really feel the heat coming out now. It's dead calm. We got our little shack up. We got our beds out. Andy's getting the diesel heater going. I'm getting the chicken going. We're gonna cook some chicken. We're gonna barbecue it over the fire. Barbecue in the fire. Does that make sense? And yeah, still got some wood left. Morning. Well, we survived the night. It was a great night, actually. It was super warm. Hardly burned any fuel out of that diesel heater. And yeah, it was like 20 degrees. Andy said he had to wake up and turn that thing down. It's there's the mosquitoes. It's October 10th, and it's October 10th, 2022, and it's a crazy warm morning, actually. Yeah, look. Okay, so we'll have some more testing on that diesel heater. The cold is set in now. It's getting pretty cold here, snowing and stuff. So we're gonna test that thing out on some other trips. I'm in the process of building a wood stove for my tent. Let me know what you think. Like, what do you prefer? Do you think that the wood stove is the way to go, or do you think it's a diesel heater? Leave a comment and tell us your story, whatever you use, whether maybe it's something else. Maybe you got some other heating source, one of those propane heaters or something, like catalytic.